Okay, I'm going to do a video on snake biting. Actually, reading your animal and etiquette. Etiquette to interact with animals and not get bit, and how you can do it. So I just opened a blood python cage. Okay, so blood pythons are notorious, their reputation, they make you bleed. That's not really why they're called that, but people are often afraid. This snake, I've probably just woke this animal. Ready? Who are you?
I'm just a little chicken. It's one of our pets.
So I've just woken this animal up. Now, the animal can regard me two different ways: food or a threat. So let's see what the etiquette is. First, what I do, because I've had a long relationship with this animal, and this is what everybody needs to do something that signals I'm not food. And I do this, and I do it kind of slow. And a little bit of this. And boom. You now have an animal that is not expecting to be fed. And if anything, it is really wonderful. Even with my horrible camera. Hi, sweetie. All right, so that's example one. Really good. All right, we have a big Madagascar ground boa. It has a really strong feeding response. So when I just opened her cage, I noticed a quick little head jerk, and that means it's assessing. So if I go, once again, stay out of the biting range. Okay, so right now, you're still trying to figure it out. So we got the tongue, and remember the tongue, remember the tongue is what's helping analyze. All right, so now we're kind of moving away. We're all good. No problem. No problem at all. Hi. But if that was a defrosted rodent, different. Okay. All right, so now here's something that I'm going to just take the paper off. Let's see what's going on under here. Way under. Okay. So I have a boa, and I'm waking the boa up. Tongue's on. Things are moving. Pull down the shade. Hi. All right, she loves to eat. All right. So see right there? That's where, okay, analyzing in my food. So all this behavior right here, I'm just going around her curiosity and just discerning if I am edible. At this point, we're good. Everything is good. See how the tongue kind of comes towards me? I've been petting my cat. I've been petting a chicken. I've been touching some mangrove snakes. There's all sorts of different smells that we need to consider. But always train them with something. And it's like this, just a slight touch. Hi. All right, we'll go do another one. All right, here's a good one. This is a Papuan python. And Papuan pythons have ridiculous feeding responses, and they're generally paranoid. So I look at things, let's say if I compare boa constrictor, let's say a ball python. I think boa constrictors act more paranoid. A Papuan python is literally that embodiment of paranoia. So anything coming straight on, like my hand right here, is a potential threat. Because I'm looking through my phone, none of this is real. And then suddenly the snake's head's gone and I'm bitten. How am I gonna get to this animal? Well, if I sit here on the outskirts and doing all this, I'm acting something that's menacing. So sometimes you have to break the ice. And I break the ice. There we go. So just went like this. Broke the ice. Now, come here. I know. So that bite was defensive. So see how that tongue's kind of following me? So she's still kind of a little worried, but nothing, that was just a super, super defensive bite. And you'll do it again. There we go. Super, super. I come back around because it's the phone. It's the phone that's the problem, not her and my relationship. All right. big boa. Very, very strong feeding response. So that I stay away from, the nose. So what I do, and typically what I do with retics and stuff, just a little tap. Hi. And she's got a ridiculously good feeding response. Hi. Hi. And now we're good. We're good to go. Hi. But just consistency in your behavior is key. And that, all these repeated interactions in the same kind of behavior is actually what creates your relationship. And remember, these are very intelligent creatures that think, and they learn to anticipate things. And remember, modes. I always talk about modes. What mode is the snake in? And this is all about reading that mode. We want to go from sleep to thinking mode, but often it's sleep to feeding potential, then to thinking or fear. Sometimes we can wake up a snake and immediately we shock it, and it's just naturally fearful of us, and it's going to go immediately into a defensive mode. That defensive mode, no bueno, because that's where you get bit, and it's a different kind of bite. That's not a defensive, that's a defensive bite, excuse me. And that is where it just thinks it has no other option but to actually bite you. So we want to kind of learn to read. So then we want to make sure we aren't in the feeding response. And I'm going to show you a snake that actively is looking at me as food, and how we break. Here's going to be an interesting one, because this snake really wants to eat. So this is a D'Albert's python. So this is a southern black D'Albert's python, and they are notorious to be more nervous, certainly the golds for sure. So this animal is like, okay, what's going on? And if I sit here and wiggle my hand around, we might initiate, okay, I think I want to eat. So what I do, I make sure, say, okay, she's already gone to the run mode. As soon as the run mode goes, you're good. So I just want to get away. I'm not going to look at you as food. And slow movements are far better than fast movements. And then you can have, hi. Very good. Long tongue flick. Remember that tongue flick. That's everything. Those little short tongue flicks, no bueno, because it's discerning. Are you food? Are you a threat? We have really nice long tongue flicks. So this is really good. All right. Here is the curious look. See that right there? That little short tongue flicks. Curious. This is literally, is this a feeding opportunity? This snake is now thinking. And it is my job to actually tell it it's not food. So you see right there? That is such a telltale thing. This animal's brain is analyzing. So I can immediately turn this off. So we're still looking a little bit. Right. And then what we do is we just disrupt. That's good. So now we are good. Remember, bites don't happen when you're looking through the phone, because it's not real. Right? Hi. So same thing with him. Little short tongue flick, figuring it out. Oh, look, there's urea. Sorry, guys, we live in the reality. Hi. Just reading. Okay, see right here? This animal is aimed forward. So the boa is sitting there, and this is a condition. This animal's been conditioned to know this is actually how we initiate feeding. Hi, chicken. So right now, this is a great opportunity for me to not read this animal's absolutely in a feed mode. So frequency of tongue flicks, and literally, this is how you could, look, it's just sitting there. It really wants to eat. But it's also realizing this is probably not a feeding thing, because the head would really pop up. Okay, so remember, when I touch and then disrupt. There we go. Hi. And now you have a wonderful experience. And this animal's not scared. It's not freaking out or anything like that. It's just able to now understand this is not food time. wonderful snake. Carpet pythons. Carpet pythons have ridiculously strong feeding responses. So this is an animal you can sometimes go and touch, and that head will come whipping around. Okay, we're kind of getting you out of that. Hi. Hi. But they're really strong feeding responses, so you must know your species. Because this, sometimes you can do the little disruptive touch just to signal that you're not food. And this animal isn't having it, and it still thinks it's food. Animals leaning forward, looking forward. It's not really coming to me, so now I've already disrupted it. It's, it's curious of food, but nothing. And then we just do this little thing. That's a little correction. Now we get the long tongue flick. Everything's good. And then I am very tactile, so I want to touch them and do something that's positive. All right, here's a little spotted python. Okay, coming forward, lot of tongue flicking. Okay, are you going to feed me? This is absolute curiosity. Curious. See right there? Okay, so I go to touch him, and you might note that the head follows back. This is more like what a carpet python does, right there, okay? That, don't do it. So you can use anything. Like, I use this bottle. Okay, right here, disrupt. And then at that point, see right there? I just got a little snapped. Okay, what this animal's doing is it's coiling. So this animal is very much used to eating defrosted rodents, and he came around because he was just kind of confused. And remember, they do get confused. But that little bite, that little teeny nothing bite, it's really nothing, and I don't even really react to it. Hi, are you still gonna figure it out? See, now, so we got the brain going, no bite. Let's see, I actually got my finger right there, nothing. So so if you've never been bit by a snake and you're afraid of it, the reality is very, very small teeth on a species. We're right back, look at this, right back to I want to eat. So this is an animal that has some issues with understanding a food opportunity and a handling opportunity. It's gonna circle around, yeah, okay. Okay, so we have an animal. I just opened up its cage and it's sleeping. Okay, so sometimes blood pythons will just sit there with the nose right here and they're just waiting. Okay, so move it forward. Okay, now should I just lurk all around or what should I do? Well, I think the thing to do is I come in. Okay, look, he's just a little hesitant. Hi. Disrupt. Now the brain's going. So I went from maybe sleep mode into I don't know what's going on mode into I'm thinking. Now I do something positive and you just keep repeating this. Keep repeating. All right, so we're going to go from an animal that's completely asleep. Okay. You're asleep. Okay, right there. Pulling back. It just flattened its head. Oh yeah, okay, right there, disruptive. This is game on. So we've gone from sleep mode into, oh my God, I'm defensive. So this animal feels cornered and he's gonna come out and he's gonna fight. And this is all very predictable because I'm reading the behavior. Okay, so that's just I am scared. Well, how do I get through this? So sometimes I make contact right here. I just have to remember there we go. Come here. Hi. And what we do is sometimes we get them into, I'm using one hand. So come here. Hi, buddy. So one key to handling snakes like this, I act like I'm never gonna get bit. Okay, so and what this animal's doing is it's wrapped, it's got a death grip on my hand, but still, this is all just, I can easily manage this. He wants to bite, I don't want him to bite. I only got one hand to play. So what he's going to do is just going to keep running. And let's see. I know I'm making a mess of your cage. Okay, here we go. Hi. Now I would try to regroup and grab him further. There we go. But he was coiling on my hand. Okay, so even though he wants to bite, woo! Even though he wants to bite, I can still manage him, no problem. But I knew enough to read, and I know the animal. I wanted to make an interesting thumbnail. So I'm trying to do a will it bite video, Johnny. Johnny's watching me through the thing. He's like, oh my God, you're getting chewed on. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to make an interesting thumbnail. I'm going to let this mangrove snake bite me and chew on me. Hopefully I got some kind of picture. So I don't want him to bite my arm now. So what I'm doing is I'm twirling around. So it was time to make a video. So, oh, look at you. Gorgeous. Hi. It's like I've got a taste for blood. Oh, all right. So guys, even though this is a snake bite, this is nothing. This is like a joke to me. I'm just showing you. But he wanted me. Right, Johnny? Ah! Give you guys, yeah. Oh, yeah, horrible. Are you done? Get over it. This is a whole new video. Will it do anything to me? Okay, you done? Get off. Hello. Come on. Hey. I'm trying to show, like, I'm going to do a video on, like, okay, this is how I read snakes to see if they're going to bite us. And there we go. All right, no more biting me. All right. Remember, guys, I let this snake bite me just so I could kind of have something a little interesting because everybody's been getting bored of my videos. All right, guys, make sure you like and subscribe. Help me with my channel. Oh, my goodness. And I am thinking about doing a Patreon because life is tough. And I don't know if I'm tough enough to deal with it. Say goodbye.